BFG 300 shit.
Let's stick to the money conversations as of lately I've been reaching. Blew the bag to get them cases closed, dismissals and repeated. I paid the cost to be the boss. It's only right a nigga beat it. Lately battling against the odds and sucker shit. No, I can't be with. I've been broke before, got rich, some more see money coming least. These niggas switch up on their gangsters, get painted on tall tees. And back doors been flapping open. Ain't no peace inside these streets. If my partner fuck with the sucks, sit on my partner, I might breathe. This Glock 30, hold 30 while throwing 30 while I squeeze and cuffing please. When they're a nigga like, what the fuck you niggas think? They don't keep it gang business, they talk the hoes and the police. So what I tell you if you lost, you can't get back from biting cheese, nigga.
Hey, need a plug on the work, I can call heck. 40 plus on the gleek, that's a Chris fake. Christian moves on my feet, bitch, that's light work. I watch me put them in the air just how I kite.
Keep it street, but most niggas don't keep it gangster. He go with rap, but not the block, go get your rank up. Break it out the bitch and whip the arm and hammer. Be cautious about the niggas, it's right, you niggas be walking cameras on gang.
You niggas tricking on a bitch, I'm getting to the cheese. Yo, bitch, pussy wetter than a 7 C's. 5-inch ARPs, we got 10 of these. Fresh nickel, two-tone with the lemon squeeze. Catch them up in traffic, jacking up on you niggas' cars. Let this smacker play through if you fuck with bars. It's BFG tackle gang, we don't fuck with stars. Turn this block into a range if you fuck with ours. Christian lose on my feet, that was 3K. The bitch is broke on a trick, I'm on D-way. Now I don't fuck with ghost Glocks, they got a delay. Heavy stepper in the game like it's EA. Need a plug on the work, I can call heck. 40 plus on the gleek, that's a Chris fake. Christian moves on my feet, bitch, that's light work. I watch me put them in the air just how I kite.
Keep it street, but most niggas don't keep it gangster. He go with rap, but not the block, go get your rank up. Break it out the bitch and whip the arm and hammer. Be cautious about the niggas, it's right, you niggas be walking cameras on gang.
Bitch speaking on me, I ain't been with that's that shit. I ain't no bitches cheating on me, prostitutes I never live with. If a bitch was breathing on me, that's because I know she licked it. Her lick shit, thick shit, get hit quick. Listen, all up. I don't play with nothing. Disrespect my people, and my niggas get to can something, spraying something. Soon as you get to saying something, I count up like every day because I like to lay with money. Listen, pull up with Kamaya, ooh, make your BM lie to you. I was born in 92, bitches do what I like to do. Her left as soon as she fell in love, cause how to make the rightest move. Hit the kitchen with the yay, get the things the itis too. Now whoop, ayy. Get your hoe took. 4-5 chains on the shit that made your hoe look. 100 round drums sitting on that yacht, but get your dough shook. Walk a nigga down soon as the bass drop with no hook. I do.
Hey, stay your bitch, who you speaking on? Pull up on your block, get the tweaking hoe. I'm not in your lane, we not the same, so what you reaching for? You wanna be Kamaya, I got a bitch inspired. I'm the hot girl, set the city on fire. Before me, it wasn't none out prior. I'm making movies like that nigga Ben Styler. Mask off, bitch, I'm Mike Myers. I hold the baton, but I'm not an athlete. I'm Chevron on these songs from the way I gas beats. We FedEx niggas from the way we pack heat. Slapping on my songs cause you will never slap me. Every time a bitch mad, they call a bitch bad. They ain't stop shit, they niggas still getting snatched. I'm still dropping hits with my fucking big ass. I got a big stomach and I got a big bag. Hey, there's only one queen up in this motherfucking region, and I'm the fucking queen for a reason. These street niggas love me all seasons, cause if some shit go down, they know I'm coming out squeezing. I will plead the fifth before I snitch, and I will never fold that sucker shit, and I will never use my sex as a weapon. In Detroit, oh the fucking stepping.
Ask Sherwin-Williams and save big.
Woo! Nigga, you know we gonna keep this shit bopping. Matter of fact, I'm about to play some Motown shit, man. Hey, y'all tap in, man. Kamaya, real Oakland town business, man. East Oakland stand up. Matter of fact, I'm about to play some more Kamaya. Fuck it, man. Let's get into it, man. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, slap that notification bell, man. It's Gangland, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We about to pop it today. We about to talk about it. Kenneka Jinkens, look in our skies. What's going on with these chemtrails and weird things going on, man? I looked in the sky and I said, damn, where is it a real cloud? I don't see a real cloud in the sky. We got to talk about it. Is this some shit that's going on? Hey, like I said, motherfuckers got to pay attention. Shout out to my nigga Squareface. Motherfucker got to pay attention. Motherfucker got to pay attention, man, and know, hey, it's other shit going on. It's other shit going on, Gangland. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into some more of this Kamaya. Yeah, through the week. Y'all know what it is, man. It's town business. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and slap that notification bell. We up early with it, man. It's Gangland.
Keep it lit.
Not the third.
I'm all about the Benjamins, ain't I? I be running to the shows, I ain't never had the stage right. Freak them hoes on the late night, hey. And in the daylight, gotta get my cake right. Ain't about nothing that we can't buy. To be around me, a nigga gotta have a great mind. It's 4-5, not an 8-5. And waving 4 fingers in that pussy nigga ain't mine. I got about the streets, hey, and got focused on the cheese. For me, my brother did a 7Ps. For them licks, I owe that nigga everything. I ain't nothing like you bitches, I'm a G. This 7 letter and a fucking P. You bitches serving pussy for a fee. Brother, please, that can never be me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working. Friday, Saturday, Friday into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling. I be getting money. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working. Friday, Saturday, Friday into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling. I be getting money. Speaking on me, gon' make your situation better. Play it up, we compared to me, they'll never measure. If she talking pressure, know I'm with whatever. Going undefeated. I'm a heavyweight stepper. Your mama raised a hoe, and my mama raised a hustler. Thinking we the same as where you really had me fucked up. I don't knock the hoes, baby girl, I'm just not one. Why I got my knots up, you was getting knocked up. And it's only bands, but the only bands. Little bitch, you scared to hustle, so you got an only fans. Out here doing numbers, must be at the rolling dance. Independently funded, and they need to know it. Don't hate on me. I've been grinding through the week. No days off, no sleep. I'm pushing those foreign keys. L-I-T. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working. Friday, Saturday, running into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling. I be getting money. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working. Friday, Saturday, running into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling. I be getting money.
Niggas know me, been off the points is like back when. Gang in the field, bitch, we be so like the Pac-10. Gangland, we around this motherfucker, man. Oh, man, bitch, stand on that. To the head, I'll show a nigga's feelings. My 9th and Wood nigga, up the street from the village.
We ain't in it, you niggas don't talk no blocks, we ain't in it.
Make sure you put him down, never leave a witness. No love for the suckers, never on forgetting. Stomp down on these niggas, cause niggas is big. Ooh, about to blow something. Man got the stick, about to hold something. Ooh. Y'all know what it is. It's Gangland TV. Sit there and live. Hit the like button. Don't be boosty. And subscribe to the channel. and hit the notification bell, man. That shit easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Subscribing, that's free as fuck. Hit the notification bell, that's free as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That shit's free.
Gang in the field, bitch. We be something like the Pac-10.
I just couldn't figure it out at the time. I just couldn't figure it out at the time.
Grief and despair from the parents and grandparents of two victims, apparently the casualties of a domestic fight.
Says a mother and son were shot and killed before their mobile home was set on fire near Wash Drive. Firefighters discovered the bodies of 36-year-old Zina Williams.
Just after 9 p.m. on October 9th, the Scott County Sheriff's Office responded to a house fire at a home on Wash Drive near Forest, Mississippi. Upon closer inspection of the scene, detectives would locate the deceased bodies of an adult female and a young boy.
A Forest mother and her 7-year-old son are killed and their mobile home set on fire. As of this afternoon, the suspect is in police custody. James Fulgham was arrested in Lauderdale County earlier today. That shooting happened last night at a mobile home on Wash Drive near Forest. Sheriff Mike Lee says 36-year-old Zina Williams was shot once in the head, and her son, 7-year-old Zacchesius Williams, was shot multiple times.
The victims were identified as 46-year-old Zina Williams and her 8-year-old son, who were both sadly pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities would quickly discover that the fire was used to conceal the true cause of death. Zina died from a single gunshot wound to the head, while her son suffered multiple gunshot wounds all over his body. Witnesses described seeing a man fleeing the scene in Zina's gray Honda Accord. The male was quickly identified as Zina's boyfriend and co-worker, 31-year-old James Fulgham of Meridian, Mississippi. The two were involved in a heated exchange earlier that day while at work, leading investigators to believe that this may have caused a subsequent tragic chain of events. Fulgham lived with Zina, who recently moved to the mobile home from Lake Mississippi. The murder of Zina and her son are the first murders of the year in the normally quiet neighborhood, leaving family and residents shocked, angry, and confused. How could anyone prey on an innocent child? What really happened inside of the home that night? Neighbors describe hearing a small altercation followed by the sounds of gunshots.
He was trying to let me know there's something wrong. I just couldn't figure it out at the time.
Grief and despair from the parents and grandparents of two victims, apparently the casualties of a domestic fight. Late Tuesday afternoon, authorities captured 31-year-old James Fulgham, the reported boyfriend of Zina Williams. A stunned Scott County community huddled around what was left of her home earlier in the day.
This is a small neighborhood. Everybody know everybody. So it just don't affect the family. It affect the friends of the family, school teachers. This is an 8-year-old child.
State fire marshal's investigators were poring over the remnants of the burned out home where Williams and her 8-year-old son Zacchesius Williams were at first thought to have died because of the fire, but later discovered to have been shot and killed. The mom once, the boy multiple times.
So it looked like just from the preliminary that the child may have heard the gunshot, may have gotten scared, may have hollered, and then became a victim himself.
Sheriff Mike Lee says the case is just beginning to be pieced together. Witnesses say Fulgham was seen leaving the home in Zina Williams' Honda Accord.
This is the first murder we've had here in over a year. And, in this case, it's a double murder. And then you pack that on with, your heart goes out to any victim of a violent crime. But then when you see a child, it's really hard to understand why somebody would prey on a child like that.
Friends and family are still trying to get answers to that question.
I am definitely finna be pushing the state of Mississippi for the death penalty on these people that's committing crime. This guy don't deserve to be among the living.
Investigators say they did recover ballistic evidence in that home, and they are trying to work through it as the perpetrator clearly set that home on fire trying to cover his tracks.
We started doing more inquiry and found out that there was that she had a boyfriend that lived there with her. We were able to obtain his name, James Fulgham of Meridian, Mississippi. The suspect, James Fulgham, was arrested in Lauderdale County on Tuesday.
We located a previous address for their suspect. We sent some investigators out, utilizing some technology. We were able to make the determination that a vehicle that was also being looked for was in a wooded area in a close proximity to a recent residence that he had lived in. We were in the process of setting up surveillance on that residence when Fulgham was observed leaving that residence.
This is our first murder investigation of this year. We've dealt with children and adults alike, but you never get used to it. That it's not something that occurs, and it's definitely not only just shocking to the community when something like this happens. It's pretty much shocking to the deputies and the fire personnel that had responded out there.
Police would quickly announce the arrest of 31-year-old James Fulgham, who was taken into custody the very next day in Lauderdale County. He is being charged with 2 counts of capital murder and 1 count of arson and could face additional charges. Investigators are working with the district attorney's office to determine if Fulgham will face additional charges. The motive for the double shooting is still undetermined, and the case remains ongoing.
Man, if that shit ain't strange, I don't know what is, man. I want to draw my blunt. If that ain't strange, I don't know what is. What made this fool shoot the mama once, but shoot the baby multiple times? Shoot the mama once, but shot the baby multiple times. What the fuck is wrong with niggas out here, man? This shit happened in Mississippi. The first murder of the year. You know they about to catch your silly ass. They bored as fucking have nothing to do. They about to catch your silly ass. I just dropped the link. They about to catch your silly ass. They are about to catch your silly ass. Like, man, this shit is sickening. G.O.D., this shit is sickening. Ain't no way you can shoot the mother and then turn around and shoot the son multiple times. What did that kid do to you? What did the kid do to you to make you shoot him multiple times? I'm confused. Ain't no way, man, you shot that kid multiple times. For what? What was the reason? You got to take, man, fuck all that, man. You know a nigga want to say mental illness and things of that nature. Oh, it's mental illness and all right, man. We can't blame no mental illness on this shit right here. We can't blame this on mental illness. We have to blame this on what it is, and we got to blame it on this individual. We got to blame it on this individual who took it upon himself. And see, they thought it was over a fire. They thought it was a fire. Wasn't no fire. This fool done shot this baby and shot the mama and left him to burn. You know what I'm saying? Shit getting weird out here, man. And we must wake up. Like I said, man, we as men, we gotta figure out what, like, how, like, say for instance, they used to say, man, shit, that ain't my business. You sit there and seeing this woman getting a nigga putting hands and feet on her in the middle of the street, bro, in the public. Depending on the situation of the matter, a nigga might be like, man, you don't know what she did. She could have been cheating. Even if she was cheating, that don't mean you gotta beat her fucking mouth in. That mean you gotta stump her fucking face in, punch her teeth out, or do all type of other weird ass shit. It is what it is, man. Let it go. Motherfucker don't want to be with you, motherfucker. Hey, let it go. Let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Let that shit go. Like, ain't no way, ain't nothing that lady did to him made him shoot her son multiple times, and then set him on fire. It wasn't nothing she did. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, we got to make this make sense, gangland. Motherfuckers be I don't know. Like I said, I wouldn't blame this on no mental illness. I wouldn't blame this on no mental illness. If you ask me, I wouldn't blame this on no mental illness. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But I know one thing though, motherfucker gotta be held accountable, you know? Nigga, don't run. You did some shit like this, nigga, don't run. Don't run, nigga. Nigga, go ahead and turn it on in, buddy. Turn that shit on in, nigga. Hang it up, nigga. You out of gas. Get your ass in. Like, come on, bro. Make this make sense, man. Some of you, hey, you niggas gotta hold yourself accountable. Hey, it's not that much. It's nothing in the world that can make you unalive a mother and their son and then set them on fire. Like, come on, bro, make this make sense. I'm confused. We about to get into Kenneka Jinkens as well, y'all. We got some Kenneka Jinkens. I want y'all to look at these pictures too in the sky and tell me, what do y'all think of these pictures? I was driving earlier and I'm like, damn, where the fuck is it? Where is it a cloud? Where is it a regular cloud? Let me show you a picture I was looking at. Let me show you one picture I was looking at. I'm like, where is it a cloud at around this motherfucker? Where tell me where y'all see, especially this picture. This picture. When I took this one, I said, bro, what the fuck is going on in the sky? This shit right here. I'm like, look, bro. Wait a fucking minute, bro. Hey, hold the fuck up. Wait a fucking minute. Look. What is this? You look in the sky and you tell me, what is this? He said, should have ran before doing that shit. Shaking my head off for real. What is this though? I want to know. What the hell is this? I don't see a real cloud nowhere. I don't see a real cloud nowhere. Y'all show me where y'all see a real cloud. I cash app you $20 right now. If you can show me a real cloud, I cash app you right now $20. If you show me a real cloud. Well, I don't see nothing. That nigga said a UFO. You said you see clouds. Show me a cloud then. Come, you hit the link. Hit the link and show me a cloud. You hit the link and show me a cloud. Hit the link and show me a cloud. Come on, Shell. You hit the link and show me a cloud. Somebody hit the link and show me a cloud. Especially with this picture right here. This one right here is crazy. This picture right here was crazy. This one right here was like one of the craziest ones I done took. Like, how is it that it looked like this over here? But she said it ain't not one cloud in sight where she at right now. It ain't not one cloud in sight. They said, I see a man with glasses on in it. Hey, Diana Lopez, this in Las Vegas. You go look outside. I guarantee you the sky look like this. You in Las Vegas. Go outside and look. Go outside and look. Y'all tell me if they doing something. Y'all tell me if they ain't doing something. What's going on, gang?
Man, you stop smoking. That's so. So if that's not clouds in the sky, what is that? That white.
What you said was what?
Well, what's that white in the? You don't see white clouds.
It is clouds. It look like
They might not be those big fluffy clouds like you may be looking for, but they clouds.
Exactly, those are definitely clouds.
Hey, Ryan.
Y'all saying y'all see some clouds.
Ryan, my niece is here. She wanted to answer that question. We watching.
Okay, ask her, where do she see a cloud?
It's most definitely clouds there. I feel like it's different type of clouds, but if they ain't clouds, what are they then?
They chemtrails.
So mad. Is that mama? I can't.
Do you see that line, right? You see them small lines, right?
Yes.
That's how I looked at first. It really was smaller than that. And then it opened up, and now you see those kind of thicker lines. And then you see even bigger lines.
Basically, I don't know how to say it, but like they're different type of clouds though. I mean it's like it's like stratus, stuff like that. I just feel like there's different type of clouds. The season changing, so they clouds.
So what form do a cloud make?
Yes, those type of clouds like stratus, because they're like kind of like
stratus clouds.
Those are clouds.
You said a stratus cloud.
Yeah, it's all different types. They just
they're all different.
Depends on the weather and the season, but they clouds. Like some of the stuff that I can tell you that sometimes like airplanes will make like I don't know if it has to do with the clouds, but sometimes I do see when the airplane goes. Not lately, but I used to see it more or less. Like you can see something like that's coming behind them, and I don't know if that involves clouds. But right now, when we're looking at those are clouds, it's just like clouds. They come differently sometimes, but those are definitely clouds out there, Ron.
Could you tell me a shape that a stratus cloud might make?
Stratus are like they're kind of like straight. They look just like that. But I like what she say, like airplanes, stuff like that might go in the air. But if they ain't clouds, what are they?
All right, let me show you something real quick.
Hey, Ron, I'm wondering if you mixing up because rain clouds are different. They're a lot more fluffy and they're a little bit darker.
Yeah, I know about rain, like rain clouds, and like you even got snow clouds, like clouds that is like, okay, that's about to bring some snow in. That's not no rain cloud, that's a snow cloud. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
rain clouds, snow clouds, and then I know what she's talking about, the stratus. I don't, all the rest of them I don't know, but there's clouds will form different ways depending on what the weather is going to be like, and a lot of times the clouds can jurisdict the weather, so they're not always going to look the same.
Nah, you're right, but they have certain clouds that, like I said, they will be like You got the rain cloud, you got the thunder cloud, you got thunder clouds and things of that nature. Then you also got like she said, you got the stratus cloud. But more so, like when you look at stratus clouds, they're more so not in a line. You see what I'm saying? Like stratus clouds not straight. They're more just fluffy. I want to show you a picture, and y'all tell me if these clouds are similar. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick, y'all. If y'all think these clouds are similar to these clouds that we're seeing right here, hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on, I'm about to pull this picture down real quick.
Hey, Mac.
I'm about to pull this picture down real quick, and then I'm gonna show y'all these clouds.
Mac, those are chemtrails.
Yeah, hold on, it's about to load up real quick.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Okay. Now you see these, right? These are the stratus clouds. Those are the stratus clouds that they're talking of. And then you see that. I don't see any stratus clouds in this picture.
And it's also like that alto stratus. It's different type of stratus. So I'm just like, yeah.
Mac, those
I've seen all the
Mac,
stratus.
those are
Most of the
chemtrails.
stratus clouds. Most of the stratus clouds look like this. Whether they, they all look like this. As far as the stratus cloud, they do have different forms, but as far as how they look, they're fluffy. All stratus clouds are fluffy. I see all I see is a tic-tac-toe in the sky right now in some fake clouds.
Right.
Mac, those are chemtrails. Those are not real clouds. Those chemtrails.
Hold on, your service. Somebody mic tweaking. That's your mic. All right, yeah. All right, we good now.
So those are chemtrails. They are made on purpose by planes that are loaded up with this chemical, and they go across the sky like you see what you see. It's like a crisscross, especially over certain communities. These chemtrails have a chemical in them that does something when you breathe it in. It does something to your brain. This has been happening on the West Coast, especially over crowded areas.
Especially on the West Coast.
Yeah, especially on the West Coast. I don't know if they're not that much out here. I very rarely see them. They're over Louisiana.
Yeah.
But mostly, and from what there was a special on this some years back, and Prince made a comment about these, and I think that he knows what those are about too.
Can I say?
Prince did say something about the motherfuckers, though.
Let me land.
Go ahead, Lan.
So basically, what they do is they load up this chemical, and every day, these planes go out and they just spray this in the air, and when it rains, it comes down. It's like silvery. If you look down on the ground, they're like little silvery tiny chips. So they do this every day. Something about having to do with when people breathe this in. I think it's part of what's going on with people's minds right now. There was a big thing on it. Quite a few. If you look at it, just look up chemtrails and you'll see the documentaries about it, because a lot of people are starting to see them.
Nah, we about to watch some content on it real quick.
Can I say
like I said, I'm not saying y'all wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying what I think. I think that none of these are clouds, and all this shit came out them airplanes, and they made this atmosphere.
They did.
Yeah, can I say something real
quick? Go ahead, Lan.
I was just looking because my nieces studying this. So it was like high lining clouds, which are 20,000 feet. Then it's middle lining clouds, and that's what she was talking about. The alto status, and then they have the low lining clouds, which are more fluffier than anything. But what you're saying about the planes and everything, that's true. But I'm just looking at the printout that they have of them, and it look like middle lining clouds from what it looked like to me. And it's like 3 different types. Don't get me to try to say it because I'm not fit to.
Yeah, it's like
You
it's
talking
some of
about
them
these
are
clouds
clouds
right
and some
here,
of
the
them are from the
stratus.
like some of them are clouds, some of them are from the airplane. That's what I was saying. Like you can see the lines, and I think that those the ones that like the squiggly lines, I think that's from the airplanes, and then you can see some clouds in there. But I also know that like when like they don't announce it like they used to, but if you notice anytime like a shuttle or something goes up back when they used to announce it, you'll see how the weather in the clouds will change.
It was a thing back in the day where they used to say they was cloud seeding, and cloud seeding meant they flew a plane, a little rinky dink ass plane.
Hello.
Shit, if y'all say y'all cloud seeding and y'all always say California, they always say we in a drought. Why are y'all not cloud seeding in California if that's the case? If that's what y'all say y'all doing.
That's not what.
But when I see shit like this, I'm looking in the sky and I'm like, all this shit was once a straight line before, and then it started expanding.
Yeah.
All this was once a little ass line, like them little lines,
Mhm.
and then it expanded
Mhm.
and made this shit.
They're chemtrails,
Hey,
chemical.
Mac, what about on the right hand side? Just that whiteness that you have there. You saying that's a chemtrail too?
It was once a line, it just expanded.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I saw that a lot when I was back home.
Look at right under that. It's a bigger line and it's expanding like a month. You can tell like it's a line, but it's expanding.
Hmm. I don't know. I always just like I said, like they're on the right hand side mainly, and then above sorry, below the last one is like kind of straight across on the bottom. Those are clouds. Now everything else, that's up to discretion. But I think that on that right hand side, that line is over top, and then below the line the on the bottom part of the screen, those are clouds.
No, that's part of the chemtrail expansion.
Right, right. Can you see this?
I mean,
Oh, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this content. Uh, like I said, I'm not saying I'm right, wrong, or nothing. I'm just telling y'all what I think is that all these lines was once a line. All these
mhm.
lines in the club, and then they expanded
Yep.
and turned into this
Why is my
makeshift atmosphere. And it's like, what the fuck is y'all doing this shit for? Like, I ain't no Prince or nothing. I ain't no motherfucking Pimp C. But I know they was talking about this shit.
Mhm.
And shit.
Where I used to live, there was tons of it, tons of it every day, tons of it. And I looked at it. It's chemtrails.
Hmm.
And it expands when it because they. I mean, when you see what you see, Mac. You right. Those lines that are dissipating are the first ones that they did. And as you see over, like start over to the right, you see how it looks dissipated, and then you go directly to the left. You see that one looks fresh, like almost fresh. You see them; they're lines, and they
We
go
about
back and they crisscross it. You starting to see the crisscross of it. It's chemtrails. They did
come
that
on,
every day
we
over
about
our
to get into some content. I like I said, I ain't saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying what far as what I think. It's like I know what a cloud look like. You know what I'm saying? And don't none of this shit look like a real cloud to me. Like it looks like Look at all this shit. Look how it looked. All of them was once lines, and then it made it look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at all them lines. When none of them actual, like, look at clouds don't look like feathers. They look
No,
like
they
a
don't.
feather.
They
Clouds
don't.
supposed to look like puffy.
Puffy. Yeah.
That should look like a fucking bird up there or something, like a feather or something like a.
That's chemtrails. That's all it is. It's chemtrails. Chemical trails.
That shit is crazy. Let's get into this content, man. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's Gangland.
One of the conspiracy theories that just won't seem to quit is this idea that's out there that the government is spraying chemicals out of the backside of airplanes to control the population or change the climate or test weapons or infuse us all with Viagra or create a race of half human, half monkey hybrids. I don't know. There's a lot of different theories. It's easy to generate all these different theories when you have no evidence to base any of this on. And that idea is out there, and it's called chemtrails. These contrails in the air of white evaporated materials and that sort of thing. People believe there are sinister backgrounds to it. A lot of people believe that these are real. In fact, 17% of respondents back in 2011 in an international survey said they believed the existence of a secret large-scale atmospheric spraying program to be true or partly true. 17%, that is literally millions and millions of Americans believing that it exists without any evidence whatsoever. However, it turns out that people reading conspiracy theory websites aren't the only ones with information to bear on this subject. There are actually scientists who study this sort of thing, who study the atmosphere, and now there's a study to leverage their expertise. The study, published by Environmental Research Letters, found that the two groups of experts surveyed, atmospheric chemists who specialize in condensation trails and geochemists working on atmospheric deposition of dust and pollution, overwhelmingly rejected the notion that such a program exists. Out of 77 participating scientists, 76 said they found zero evidence of a secret spraying program, adding that any evidence supposedly cited by those who subscribe to the chemtrail theory could be explained away by poor data sampling and or normal contrails. There was one guy who said that he found too much barium in one area at one point, and so he couldn't totally rule it out. The other 76 were fairly sure about this. And here is all too often what we find, that you have a group of people who have studied for years or decades in an area, understand how information is gathered, they understand the field, and then there are other people looking in from the inside and suspecting that things are there which actually are not. And as in so many other cases, that is the case here. These people study this stuff. They are contrails. That's all they are. They're water vapor. They're not Viagra. They're not a weapon. They're not changing the climate. And the person one of the people involved in the study, talked a little bit about why they felt this was necessary at this point, saying, "I felt it was important to definitively show what real experts in contrails and aerosols think. We might not convince diehard believers that their beloved secret spraying program is just a paranoid fantasy, but hopefully their friends will accept the facts." And if I seem a little bit harsh, or if Ken there seems a little bit harsh, it's because believing in theories like this not only leads to a generalized sense of distrust in the government, but you should have that distrust aimed in the right direction. And if you're too focused on contrails to notice the very real sorts of corruption going on in government, then your passion and your vigor and your ability to change things is going to be spent in the wrong areas. And I agree with him. Even with this evidence, even with all the climate scientists and the aerosol studies and the deposition people and all of that, there are some who will not be convinced, either by this evidence or the fact that for the chemtrail theory to exist, for the conspiracy to have existed, it would involve literally thousands or tens of thousands of people operating in every state in the country over the course of decades under both Republican and Democratic administrations, from the people at the very top making the decision to spray us with all these chemicals to the mechanics and grunts on the ground who'd be loading up the planes on a daily basis, all of whom these days have smartphones and could easily document evidence of it. And yet all of these people over the course of decades have mysteriously and inhumanly been able to keep the secret. It doesn't actually exist. But hopefully some people will be swayed by this new evidence. And that's my final judgment.
Hey, I don't believe that nigga. I don't believe that nigga. They sent that nigga up here to say that.
Yes, they did.
They sent that nigga up here to say. Cause look, this is the thing, right? And we can debate about it. What scientist is he talking about? He just said scientists. What scientists?
He knows he didn't show him, right?
Out of what 70? Show me the 70.
Nah.
Show me the 70 scientists that you was talking about.
No, he got paid to say that. That shit
Man,
is nasty.
you know they try to downplay that shit as much as possible.
Yep.
Why do the History Channel why is that on the History Channel that they exposing government shit of chemtrails?
Because the truth
on the History Channel.
Yep.
This on the History Channel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know we supposed to respect people's opinion, but I think that nigga lying.
He is.
So, Mac, let me ask you a quick question. So, you think that otherwise, it would just be like, otherwise it would just be the sky would just be totally blue, and like, unless there's an airplane that goes up, you just wouldn't have any, which I think that's, I see where there's, that airplane quote unquote chemtrail thing, but do you think that otherwise it just would be a blue sky every day if the chemtrails weren't there?
Nah, it depends on the forecast. You never know, especially being like in the Bay Area where we're close to the ocean, and then you got other places like valleys and things of that nature, and even Las Vegas. Like certain weather comes like on the coast, and it comes like in the desert. It might be different. Like it might rain harder in the desert than it do on the coast, even though water coming from precipitation is coming from the ocean. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, I get that.
The sky not even really blue like that. Like the sky like a milky type of blue. Like it's not really a blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember when the sky was like damn near like a real like it wasn't even a light blue. It looked like just clear. Like you could really like see. Like when you looked up in the air and you seen stars, like that shit look clear as hell. Like now when you look, it's like you can see the shit, but it's not really so much clear. Like it's kind of like misty. Like even now, if I was to look off into to try to see look into the mountains, it's gonna look misty, and it's not even clouds in the air. Like, and this is on a clear day. I'm saying no clouds in the air, and yet I still can't even see the mountains. It look misty, like it looks like foggy, kind of like if you will. I don't know, but I noticed that they've been doing that trail shit since the 90s. Since the 90s, as far as I can see.
Yep. Especially towns that have a lot of people. Like out here in Mississippi, it's a little different. They don't have it like that out here. It's clear as fuck. Okay. But back where I come from in San Diego, they was doing that every day. You could see, and everybody's like, "Oh, there's plaids up in the air." Constantly plaids. So what was found out is there's beryllium in those clouds. Beryllium, it does something to the brain synapse. Too much of it messes with your brain synapse. That's what was found out. But these people are covering it up and saying, "Oh yeah," because if you look at a regular plane, it's not going to double back and make more. It's going to keep going. That's them dumping their fuel and all that stuff. But these planes that they have, they're designed, they go one way and then they crisscross and go another way and make grids up in the sky. You could I mean, we actually watched this happen. And you could see the dissipation. When it rains, there's these silvery little beryllium crystals that you can see on the ground. And they also have what's called like certain foods, there's like these micro like little, I don't know if they're worms or they're little things in your lungs And there's certain foods where you get rid of them permanently, and they can't come back because you have this certain food in your system. But
They saying we all know the difference. Like I know the difference. A contrail disappears. So you would look at the plane and it'll make that little line behind it, but it'll disappear.
Mm-hmm.
That's a contrail. It disappear. A chemtrail, that's when it stay in the air and then it expands.
Mm-hmm.
You
A lot
know
of
what I'm
people don't
saying?
know about it. They think it's regular clouds, but it's not.
Like,
no clouds crisscross like that. None.
yeah, like a cloud is not straight.
It's
A
not.
cloud is fluffy. Like even when you look at the types of clouds, clouds is not straight. All forms of clouds are whatever. However, they stretched out long. They puffy. They puffy. However you want to look at it. When I see a cloud, most clouds I see they be puffy. I don't know.
I think it could be the geographics because I've never seen any crystals fall down out of the rain. I have never seen that.
Nah, me neither. Me neither.
So I don't know. Like I said, it could be because I'm on the East Coast, but I've never in my whole entire life seen crystals come down out of the sky. The closest to it is when it's hailing and I see ice. Besides that, I've never seen crystals come out of rain. As you know, but again, it could be geographics. I don't know what it does over there. As far as that, I know that there's different types of clouds, and I know you like the more fluffy they are. I know that then it can get darker when the rain is coming, and it can get, and it's also like a certain. I don't know if it's coming from the cloud or whatever, but it's like a certain smell when you know that it's getting ready to either rain or if it's getting ready to snow, and they're like fluffier than. Like I see those lines and I understand you believe that they expand, and I'm not saying that they don't, but some of those that I see on that picture are what I've always considered clouds. I haven't researched it to that point, so I can't say that you're wrong. You see what I'm saying? But I've always considered like I see like those lines. I know those are like from I don't know, like I see you say chemtrails or whatever the plane has made those, but I just don't think that like all of that white that came from airplanes. But again, I can't debate it because I've never studied clouds to that extent. So that's
Do you think that it is odd that this shit is in the form of tic-tac-toe?
Thank you.
Like just the formation of the cloud.
See, I don't see I see that circular. Like if you go from like that midsection and all the way around, I see like a circle, but I don't see the plus sign. I don't see that, but everybody sees something different,
Well, let me get a little closer for you, gang, so I can. If
All
you
right,
open
cool.
my eyes to see what I see.
It's like a waffle. I see it. See, I'm used to seeing them, so I know what they are.
Hold on, let me get a little closer for you.
Maybe it is on the West Coast because I there's none out here. But my niece said there was for a little while, but they stopped.
Do you kind of see what I see, like the tic-tac-toe, kind of like the straight lines up horizontally, and then you have vertical lines as well.
Yeah, I see on the left hand side, I see 1, 2, 3 lines.
Yes.
Right.
And then hold on, go to the right some more. You see a bigger one. It's a bigger line that goes up.
Yeah, the fatter ones, I see that.
Yeah. And then it's some coming horizontally from those lines. You see like that one little skinny one squiggling across.
I see one. Yes, I do see the one that goes across, but then
look under it. It's a fatter one that's coming across.
Right. I see that. I see. I kind of sort of, but I just don't see the tic tac toe. But I get what you're saying. I don't. I can't dispute it. I do see where they're like thinner and everything else. I just don't see the tic tac toe. And I think I see on the right hand side. I do truly believe that that one on the utmost right spread
Yeah.
across. I believe that that's a cloud.
Yeah, sure, a fresh one.
No, I'm like, but just to like, I like me personally, I feel like the cloud is it should be puffy. And why is they in a line like that? Because best believe a plane, I don't know if it was the same plane, but that shit came out of the sky. I don't know. Let's get into this content real quick, man.
Okay.
This shit interesting to me though, man. I like hearing everybody point. This shit interesting to me because when you look in the sky, it's like you gotta figure it like, hey, we're talking about the sky right now. What's going on in the sky? I'm trying to tell you this shit is interesting. People be like, yeah, bro, what's going on? Because we on land. We're not in the air. We always on land. But what's going on in the sky? Come on, man. Let's get into it. It's Gangland.
This video, which has been seen over 14 million times online, is supposed to be evidence of aeroplanes dropping toxic chemicals from the sky. Conspiracy theorists call the plumes of smoke chemtrails and think that they are proof that the government is controlling climate. This video, which has been seen over 14 million times online, is supposed to be evidence of aeroplanes dropping toxic chemicals from the sky. Conspiracy theorists call the plumes of smoke chemtrails and think that they are proof that the government is controlling climate change, harming people's health, or conducting secret military tests. But the proof is usually images that have been taken out of context. In this footage, it's just a normal vapor trail, but appears denser because it's filmed against the light. We showed these videos to specialists in aerodynamics, and they said that there are reasons for the trails. Some people online are convinced that the smoke coming out of the wings in this video are chemtrails, when actually the plane is just offloading fuel to get rid of extra weight before it lands, a perfectly normal practice. These photos show what conspiracy theorists think are tanks of a...
This the thing though. Why the fuck is you even spraying gas in the air anyway?
Hello.
Even so.
Yeah, that's
why are y'all letting off gas in the air?
Mm-hmm. I told you every time, like it used to be when they used to announce when those shuttles would go up or whatever, and every time they would make the announcement, it would be these horrible storms over here. So I don't know what they do or why they do it, or if it's by mistake or on purpose. But whenever they go up, it's like the worst storms.
That's crazy. Like just the thing, y'all just said, oh well, these ain't no chemtrails. What we really doing is letting out gas so we can lessen the weight. For what?
Well, planes before they land, if they have excess fuel, they spray it out, but that dissipates quickly. These chemtrails do not.
But don't you think that's weird that y'all spraying gas in the air too?
Hey,
why is y'all even spraying gas in the air?
My thoughts exactly.
That shit don't float.
Ron, let me ask you this: you're saying that before, like that when planes spread, before they land, they let all the gas out. So how they get into
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like how the fuck? Cause see, the key word is excess. So that I'm guessing that means more than what I really need. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to let out a little bit and keep a little bit so we can still stay in the air. I guess that's what they said. But even then, why are you letting? It's what it sounds like. Y'all letting out all the gas in the plane. So how the fuck is y'all moving?
Right, I was gonna say that. What I don't understand it.
That's crazy.
So how they landing with no gas? How they getting to where they gotta get to with no gas?
Oh
They
God,
don't let out all of it. They don't let out all of it. They just let out enough to land. I watch a lot of aerospace stuff, so they let enough out to land.
That's the
oh
first I've
God,
heard
in
that.
heaven. Don't that
That's
shit
still
seem
not
strange,
good.
gang?
That's still not good.
I know they lying.
So I was gonna say, so airplane is different than any type of vehicle. Like, so I like say for instance, I started like and we'll just say I'm in Maryland. I need to go to South Carolina, and then like once I get there, like the gas I have, I can't use that anymore. So I don't get that. So
I don't get that.
what's the purpose of that?
I
Because
don't get
like
that.
you can't just pull up and
the
some more gas.
aerospace. It's a lot of planes that do that. When I don't know why they shouldn't do it, but they do it. And some planes, not all, when they're too heavy to land, they'll go ahead and spray out the excess gas.
But she just said that's what they saying that's what they doing.
That's not excess gas. That's that big old plume.
They saying that's what they doing.
She lied.
That's not a good enough. That's not a good enough answer for me, bro. What's them clouds in the air, bro, that y'all be keeping floating in the air like that be expanding like that? Oh, bro, that's just us letting out gas and shit. You know, we be needing to let out excess gas, nigga, from all the way over here to all the way over there.
And then crisscross? No. And they crisscross? No.
What you mean?
No.
Fuck you mean?
No, good, Matt. No plane pulls out of when they release excess gas. It doesn't plume out like that. It's just streams, and then they're done.
Man,
and it's not those long lines. You seen that plume, man? No plane does that unless they're on fire.
Man, however they want to put it, however they want to say what they doing, that don't even fucking sound right, man. Come on, blood, stop playing. Like, do you really think somebody's supposed to be like, all right, well, why them lines up there? Well, shit, they said they letting out excess gas before they land. All right, nigga, they didn't you just hear what they said? They're letting out gas in the air before they land. And then it just sounded like they just said we letting out all the gas before we land. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Monica, what you think about this shit, guys?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm retired from the airline. And I spent 20 years on the ground outside of aircraft. And aircrafts are fueled with what you call JPH. You can't smell it and you can't see it.
Oh.
Only loaded on the right in the right wing. That's the only place fuel is at. Is in the right wing of the airplane.
So what that left wing spraying out? That shit that you can't see. Once it hit the ground, from after they sprayed it. And I ain't gonna lie, like once I swear, like way back when you looked that shit up, it showed like it like they was really popping it like, hey y'all, hey, because people was wondering like this shit look like, you know, this shit ain't like normal. This shit ain't normal. Shit don't look normal. And then you're mean to tell me that off the dribble we're spraying gas in the air before we land. So you mean to tell me that's safe? That's safe to drop fumes in the atmosphere? And then y'all saying we dropping gas, which means liquid. Oh man, hey, let's finish watching this content.
of a toxic chemical hidden inside a plane. But the containers are actually used to simulate the weight of passengers during test flights and are only filled with water. So why has this idea that started in the US found so many followers all over the world? We asked Mick West, founder of debunking website Contrail Science, who has been
Hey, look. All right. So now y'all gonna keep on playing with my intelligence. So now y'all talking about, all right, we spraying and shit, right? But if we simulating flights and we doing that shit because it like make it seem like it's people on the plane. It's simulating the passengers.
Oh my God, really?
So why the fuck is y'all spraying shit then?
You
If
see
this
how
is
big
a
them
simulated,
tanks are, right? You see how big those tanks are.
man,
Now,
if this
you work, you know what it is. Them
if
tanks.
this them big ass tanks. If this is a simulated flight, why you just don't put real people in it?
Or dummies.
Or crash dummies. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said I don't believe that last nigga.
I don't.
That's why I say I don't believe that last nigga, because he sound like you work with the people.
Okay.
He wanted to convince you so much, man. This is not from the government. This is not no other shit. This is simply just vapor.
Lies.
This is simply just a vapor.
Straight up lies, man. Man, we grew up in California, man. We've been seeing this shit since we was kids.
Now that is a study they did do, and they did say in California when they was doing that, all of a sudden they pick up this substance in the soil from them doing that.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
They did say that. They did do studies in the Bay Area of that shit. And the stuff that when they were doing it, they picked up a substance out the soil.
So, Mac, is there any studies or any information that says when, like, again, I'm not saying it does or doesn't because I'm not really familiar with that, but on the perspective that it does, when they do that, how far up are they to the point that by the time it gets to land that it lands into the soil like that? Like that's a lot of, from how far the plane is up, that's a lot of feet up, but then it should still come down in that same consistency as when it's up.
You got to think. Look at how, depending on where you at in the weather, how cold it is. Why you think hell come how it come? You see what I'm saying? Like you'll be like, damn, okay, it's light hell. Not because it's light hell. It's just because your elevation. You're not hella close to the sky compared to a motherfucker elevation who's high. And when they get to hell, this shit kind of bigger.
Right, because like let's just imagine, right? Not even that a helicopter can go up as far as an airplane. Well, let's just imagine just you in a helicopter that is open. So you think that if you had like a cup of water and you threw that out of your helicopter that was, we'll just say you threw it out the helicopter window. Do you think that by the time it hits the ground, it's going by the time it goes down, you think it's going to be wet on the ground from where they threw it out at?
I wouldn't think so. I would think it's going to spread the fuck out through the air and wouldn't even hit the ground.
Right. So I'm just saying, wouldn't that be the same concept for a plane that's up even higher than a helicopter?
But we don't know the substance. We don't know the actual substance and the make in the substance that they even spraying out the plane. If we knew like the actual substance and like what is this substance, then we can figure out, okay, yeah, it is shit dropping from out this shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't actually know the substance, but I do know that there was a study that I seen in the Bay Area that when they did do that, I don't even want to keep saying that name because that shit weirded me out. When they spraying the that they did studies and it was a certain type of substance in the soil that they knew came from them planes.
Yeah, because I know a lot of times when I'm on a plane, like they'll say, whatever, but the plane will go up above a cloud. But I guess if it's clear, I don't know how, if it's any clouds that we don't see or do see or whatever, but I would imagine that most planes fly above a cloud. So if they did have something that come out, it would be captured in the cloud and then maybe dissipated through the cloud.
See, I would say like a plane. A plane go 40,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
A plane supposed to go like 40,000 feet. I
Mm-hmm.
don't even think they flying 40,000 feet when they spraying that shit.
They're
Okay.
not. They're not.
I don't think they not 40,000 feet when they spraying that shit.
Okay,
It's
so even as far as what they're up, you're saying that whatever it is, the overall concept of this is that when it's spraying it, that it's actually, by the time it gets down to, the ground, it's still in its natural sense. I mean, its natural consistency.
That's
And
that's
it's just going
to the
into.
air.
that's still like once again, if I knew what was that shit made out of, like it's just like smoke. Just because you don't see it don't mean it's there. You smell it, don't you?
But I get it. I get the whole thing. Only
Yeah.
thing is that, like I said, this is an interesting topic. I just don't know. Like, I would have to read it myself, to really understand what's going on. I mean, I get that whole thing. The only part that I don't get is that when by the time it does hit the ground, is it going to be in that same state that it was up, whatever, whether it's 40,000, 20,000, 30,000? I really don't know because I don't get that deep into airplanes. It's just that it doesn't ring right to me that, like, all right, once it's all the way up and by the time it comes down, it's coming down exactly like how it came out. I don't know.
So what it
But I
does
get what you're saying though.
is it stays in the air. We breathe it in. There are high levels of beryllium in there, more normal than what we are supposed to breathe in. But when it rains, whatever's left over from all in the sky, it comes down. You can see it. It's little silver flakes of beryllium.
No, I've never seen silver flakes on my side of town. I'm not saying you
That's
don't see it over there. I've never in my whole entire life seen silver flakes come out of the sky.
I've seen them. We used to look at them and go, wow, my mom would say, don't touch that.
Yeah, what y'all was inhaling that shit?
Huh?
Y'all was inhaling it?
Well, yeah, because they constantly were spraying it every day. And spraying it and spraying it. And over time, I started seeing people like, I don't know, it's like they get little ticks. I mean, they have, like I said, they have foods that you can eat so that, because it attaches to your lungs.
No, I've never seen silver flakes. I think that if I saw silver flakes, I would go inside. But that's just me.
It's after the rain, the runoff. You can see the silver flakes. But if they don't have them out there, then you won't see them because they don't spray like that out there, probably.
Never ever.
They be spraying in the rich neighborhoods. Why they
No,
be
they don't.
spraying in the rich? Because they usually be like, oh, they spray over the ghetto, but they spray over them good neighborhoods too, though. So what's to that?
Maybe they see them, maybe they don't. But I know that when I was growing up, we used to watch this, and they would be like literally tic-tac-toe patterns all across the sky, lines and lines and lines of it. And then when it rains, we look down and we'd see these little silver, there's like little silver flakelets or something. They're tiny, tiny, tiny.
She
And
said flakelets.
Yeah,
that's
never
how
in my
tiny
life.
they are.
Yeah.
These little flakelets, and you can see it. We've seen this all the time.
Little sprinklets.
Little sprinklets, yeah.
Right, like little sprinkles like go on the top of a cupcake or something like that.
Yeah,
No, not
like
even that
But
big. They
yeah.
just little. It's like what
mist.
glitter looks like.
Mist.
It's the consistency of glitter, just a little softer, but they're silver, like a grayish silver. You can see it.
Man, I
Take
wouldn't
the
want to.
shit out of that over San Diego. I don't know why.
I would not want to breathe that either.
Well, we had
No.
no choice. We had to breathe. We would just eat certain
But
foods.
then notice this though. Notice when y'all see them planes in the air, right? When you see an airplane in the air, what you hear? You hear the plane, right?
Right.
Notice when you see the motherfuckers making the lines in the air, you do not hear the motherfucker.
You do not hear them. But if you're paying
You
attention,
do not hear them bitches. You see them,
Nope.
but you don't hear them. But let a Spirit airline come flying past your ass.
Oh, you gonna hear that.
You gonna hear that Spirit airline. You gonna hear that United.
Well,
You
let
gonna
me ask you
hear
this.
that JetBlue.
Isn't it just right before they land, like because they're a little bit closer? I've heard of them, but like an actual plane in the air, I don't hear that anymore. And that I don't like. I seen
Ain't
like
that strange?
yeah, the airplane shows and that stuff. Like when like the Navy does whatever they do or whatever, I hear it then. But now these days, I don't hear any planes like I did when I was younger. I don't hear them, but they're up there. So
That's weird though.
I'll never hear them. But when I was younger, I did.
We heard them. But when you see them planes, you never hear them.
You do not hear them.
You never hear them. By the time you go outside, you be like, nigga, I ain't hear no plane flying past this motherfucker this many times.
And then you see the grid up there.
Exactly. You're like, wait a minute. They did say it was changing the weather. They said they was manipulating the weather. That's why they doing that.
I have heard that. I have heard that the government manipulates the weather. I did hear that.
They be manipulating the weather and shit. Because I'm telling you, it seemed like the seasons is like leaning more. Like I remember when a winter was really a winter and the summer. Like I remember when summer down there started in like May. In the May, before it even hit June, it was hot as a bitch. Now it don't really be summertime till like fucking July, August.
By July.
But over
You see what I'm
here,
saying?
yeah, in San Diego, it's always hot.
Like it seemed like it's moving still though. Like even now, like winter used to get like right now, it will be cold as shit right now. It's still warm. Man, there's some Freddy Krueger shit going on. Who shit blinking like that?
What's up,
Wait a minute. Hey, Ron, I'm gonna go ahead and drop down now. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you, gang. Salute.
Take care, Anonymous. Take care.
Miss Monica, what you think, gang?
Hey, Ron, I got dropped.
Nah, we don't drop nobody. Your service was nervous.
Okay. What I think is, I live in Ohio, and you so right about this because back in the 70s and the 80s, we used to get snow. 6 feet of snow, damn near. And now these winters, last winter we hardly had no snow.
In
weather
Ohio?
I'm in Cleveland. Last winter we hardly had no snow.
It's usually like cold.
I thought it was me. I'm like, I know I ain't the only one peeping like the weather changing. Like it's not a summer I swear it used to get hot right there in like
May.
Like the end of May, like leaving like May before you even get to June, it was hot as fuck already. And then winter, like in October, it was already cold as shit. Like right now, you go to some parts of anywhere, you'd be like, damn, it's still warm in October.
Well, I can't speak for, I know in San Diego, yeah, but here in Mississippi, it's always hot. Until it's starting to cool down, but until it doesn't, it's different because it's like, it's like how it is in San Diego. It's like 70s, highest maybe 76 right now.
But you see, Dago is still like the Bay Area. It's by the water.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's by the water. So it's still like, it still should be kind of cold. It still should be kind of cold.
Well, I'm by the water too, but it's different over here for some
Yeah.
reason.
Right, and I'm by Lake Erie, and it's real different.
Oh, that's cold over there.
Yeah, we get the cold. We've been getting a cold air, but we haven't been getting the snow.
Mm.
We haven't had a major snowstorm here since 2016.
That's weird because you guys get it bad.
We usually get it bad, but like I said, last winter we had.
That's really weird because that's one of the coldest. All them states over there is really cold.
Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Chicago. Yeah, we usually get hit with snow. But in Ohio here, even with Lake Erie, like I said, we be cold because of the wind coming off of that water, but snow, we haven't really had any accumulation.
That's weird. I mean, I'm glad you don't because it's not so cold, but that's
But I will say our summers, excuse my language, our summer's been fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
It haven't been for no period of time. This summer we had 2 90-degree days. That's it for the whole summer. It was mostly, rainy, cool, but no hot times. No, not at all.
What?
See, the weather changing. I'm trying to tell y'all, the weather is changing.
Yeah, and I do anybody watch CNN or ABC News on Sundays? I got a friend I went to school with. His name is David Pope, and he's real deep. He's real deep into this climate change. He's done a lot of work, a lot of studies on this, and yeah, it's this shit is real. It's real. You can look him up. His name is David Pope. He's a white guy, but he real cool, laid back, but he tell the truth about this climate change. And he's gone to the government, especially when Obama was in term, trying to get him to do stuff, to help us turn this climate change around. And it is some serious stuff. And like I said, we Facebook friends, and he always sending out information about the climate change and what we can do and how we can help it change, and contact your congressmen, your state, your governor, to try to help, turn this around. But the White House don't seem to think it's a problem.
Man.
But you know what? Our belated Dick Gregory, he told us that, now from what I remember, he was talking about the chemtrails. And he was saying that the reason they sprayed in the grid because on the higher, up in the upper troposphere, like right after like when they take they have low Earth orbit, medium Earth orbit, and high Earth orbit. There's a grid up there, a steel grid. That's what he was saying. It's some sort of a grid up there, and they got a space station up there. And he was saying that sometimes when they know that the space station grid will be seen from Earth, they spray them chemtrails to disguise it. That's what Dick Gregory said. And Dick Gregory wasn't no joke. He told you the truth about things. Probably why we took him out. But yeah, there's a grid up there, and I've heard many others say that over my years.
They take all the grapes out. I said they have taken out all the grapes.
What, the grids up there?
No, they have taken out all the great people. Dick Gregory.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. They've taken them all out because they told the truth.
There's certain people they like wanted. I believe that, I don't know if Prince touched upon the grids, but I know that Dick Gregory talked about them grids up there a lot. And there was some other one. These are stuff that I've been hearing because I listen to a lot of Dick Gregory. Stuff that I've been hearing over the years about grids and stuff like that above, like around the space station or something like that. So I don't know what them grids do, but apparently it has something to do with the weather. like certain sectors of grids. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing up there. But Dick Gregory talked about it a lot.
But in us talking about the weather, we also need to talk about the other earthly effects, like water.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a major effect on our water.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
What you think about Hurricane Katrina? You think they did that?
Yep. 100%.
Somebody said they heard a big crack, like they heard a crack or something in the water, like they heard a loud ass noise or something, and then all of a sudden, nigga, the water started coming. Like they didn't even have a chance. Like, how is it that all them normally you like in Florida, they tell you like, all right, man, it's about to be Hurricane Ian, it's about to be Hurricane this, and they tell it way ahead of time when a hurricane coming. How the fuck did they get caught in that hurricane like that?
Because of the governor.
How did they get? How is that?
Because they told the governor, and he said he wasn't gonna worry about it. He didn't think it was gonna happen.
Huh.
Then at the very last hours before the hurricane hit, he changed his mind and got people to start evacuating. That's why so many people got caught up down there, because of the governor.
But look, he said, hey, I think it might hit us, it might not.
Right.
Man, they tell you even if it is or not about to hit, they say, hey, a hurricane is coming. So even if they said it might or might not, you should have got them people up out of there.
Oh, well, the power was in his hand. So his thinking was, nah, it ain't coming. But at the very few hours before it actually hit, he changed his mind and put out a alert for everybody to leave.
That's
why so many people get caught up down there. Just think about it. That's the only reason why they would have got caught up. All those people would have got caught up, because if they had more than an amp notice, mostly everybody would have been gone some type of way.
Wow.
There are some that stay, but that's on their accord. They probably have a house that's lifted.
Right, but still,
a lot of people would have got those.
You know how many additional lives was lost with people trying to get out of there at the last minute and still lost their lives? That was messed up.
That's messed up.
But okay, so let's take this one back. So we already talked about the water, right? We talked about the air. So let's talk about the lights when we hit the blackout in 2003. Over here in the northern part of the country, because it didn't affect everybody. It just affected us. We had a 24-hour blackout.
When?
In 2003.
What?
All of Ohio was out. New York, parts of Canada.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You ask yourself, what was so powerful that took the grid out like that in all those states?
Google it. The blackout of 2003.
Yeah, we about to look that shit up.
Yeah, Google it. We had a power outage for 24
in all those states.
In all these states.
So something powerful was used that took the grid, your grid to power.
All the grid, the main grid out. Google it, 2003. It happened in August of 2003. Because Katrina happened 2 years later.
Okay, so there's that thing called HARP, I think. It's supposed to generate a lot of power to use it.
So my thing is, we done hit the lights, we done hit the water. Now we hitting the atmosphere. What's next?
Oh, they've been hitting the atmosphere for years. Them chemtrails has always been there since I was a kid. Well, at least in San Diego.
What's next? I mean, for me, because I've gotten hit with 3. You know, I suffered the outage of 2003. Power outage for 24 hours, complete dark.
Well, no, we about to look. We about to watch some shit on that. That's crazy.
We was in the complete dark.
3 states, 3 or 4 states.
Yeah.
Man, they're gonna try to do something to this live. Watch. That's really They gonna try to block it or something.
Y'all didn't know that?
I was a kid.
Hell no. I know in 2002 it was a COVID going around. What was it called? SARS or MERS or
Yeah,
something.
something like that. Yeah.
In 2002, it was a COVID, and then in 2012, when Obama was president, another one came out, and they was giving out stimulus checks back then.
But now I'm telling you, 203, we had a power outage. We was in the complete dark. It wasn't no light unless you had a candle, a flashlight, with no phone service, nothing.
Man, I hope we ain't too woke for y'all, Gangland. I hope we ain't too woke for y'all, because let's get into this, man. We're gonna double back to that chemtrail video, but let's look at this 2003 Northeast blackout, a short little documentary. We about to tap into. I ain't know nothing about it, but let's tap into it though, because that's weird as hell. Like, what would have something blacking out whole states like that? Like, boy, you know how many robberies and shit would have been going on if that was in California? Oh man.
Don't think it didn't go on.
Oh, it would have been some shit going on.
It was.
Stores getting ran through, everything.
On the 14th of August 2003, the power went out in New York City. Small blackouts affecting individual blocks or neighborhoods were not unheard of, but this was something much bigger. In fact, this was a loss of power that affected not just New York, but a huge part of the northeastern United States and a large part of the Canadian province of Ontario. This was a blackout that would, in some cases permanently, affect more than 55 million people. The system of power lines which crisscross a country is often referred to as that country's grid. This reflects the fact that these lines are part of a massive interconnected machine. This machine links the power stations that generate electricity to the homes, industries, and businesses that use it. This grid must be carefully managed. It is difficult to store electricity once it has been generated, and so the amount of electricity generated must match the demand for electricity at all times. And this power must be distributed to where it is needed without overloading any of the equipment on the network. Sophisticated computer systems have been developed to help monitor and manage the distribution of electricity through the grid, and the process is overseen around the clock by thousands of workers whose job it is to ensure that the electricity supply is safe, stable, and continuous. It is thanks to their diligent work and to the systems which underpin the grid that power outages are, today, a relatively rare occurrence. On the 14th of August 2003, starting at around 4:10 p.m., a series of power outages began affecting the northeastern United States and the Canadian province of Ontario. Affected cities included Detroit, Cleveland, Akron, Toledo, Newark, and New York in the US, and Toronto, Hamilton, London, and Windsor in Canada. The effect was immediate and dramatic. Elevators jerked to a stop between floors. Underground trains stalled in tunnels far beneath the streets. The water supply in some buildings failed, as there was no electricity to power water pumps. Traffic lights went dark, leading to immediate traffic jams. Computer systems shut off. Televisions and radios fell silent. Lights went out, and air conditioning units, in heavy use on that hot August day, stopped working altogether. In many cities, workers flooded out onto the streets. In New York, much of the public transportation network was now out of action, leaving people with little choice but to walk. the police asked for volunteers to help direct traffic at busy interchanges, while elsewhere, streets filled with pedestrians, many of whom were unused to navigating the city entirely on foot.
Welcome to our world. A world of dirt, drift, and dodging fate. A world of digging deep, of grit.
Transit issues were further worsened by the fact that, without power, most gas stations could not pump fuel. Many cars and trucks that were low on fuel when the blackout began were very quickly stranded. Some border control checkpoints were also taken out of action, leading to massive queues. For many people, this was a stressful, frightening, or inconvenient situation. For others, it was a break from routine that was almost enjoyable. Some workers chose to sleep over at their offices or bed down in parks for the night. Bars remained open, selling off their supplies of alcohol from rapidly warming fridges. Restaurants and food vendors rushed to sell off or give away perishable foods before they spoiled in the heat, and block parties were held in the darkened streets of many neighborhoods. Most forms of organized entertainment, however, were called off on safety grounds. A Major League Baseball game in New York was cancelled, along with numerous concerts, sporting, and cultural events. Where generators were available, some venues were able to carry on. A concert at a stage in Central Park in New York went ahead as scheduled, although it ultimately had to be cut short so that patrons could navigate their way out of the park before nightfall. Most computers failed, but some people were able to connect to the internet using dial-up connections. The landline phone network, though it struggled with the volume of calls, remained operational, as did some mobile phones. In New York, the backup generators supporting Verizon's network failed several times, taking the phone system of the emergency services out of action. Amateur radio operators stepped in using personal equipment to help hospitals and emergency responders communicate. At the Cedar Point amusement park in Sandusky, riders had to be evacuated from several rides that had stopped in place without power, including a 62-meter or 205-foot tall roller coaster. Some radio and television stations, after being momentarily knocked off air, were able to continue broadcasting using power from on-site generators, distributing information for those affected. While millions of people were able to get by, for many, the blackout was a dire emergency. Hundreds of people found themselves stranded in elevators, with conditions therein soon becoming unbearably hot. Commuters on board underground trains were stranded between stations. In hospitals, if generator power was not available, doctors had to suspend non-essential treatments and rely on paper-based backup systems. The intense heat of the day left many people at risk of heat-related illness. The loss of water pressure not only cut off the water supply in some areas, but also resulted in contamination of the water supply in others. There were multiple accidental releases of raw sewage across the affected area. Residents in Detroit were advised to boil all water before drinking, and schools and restaurants were shut until they could be checked for contamination. Many industrial installations were shut down. System failures at a chemical plant near Ontario resulted in a leak of toxic material into a nearby lake, while an oil refinery near Detroit was rocked by a small explosion, necessitating a complete evacuation of the surrounding area. 9 nuclear power plants were shut down on safety grounds. As people across the affected area fired up generators, some of which had not been maintained in good condition, reports of several deaths from carbon monoxide poisoning came in. Elsewhere, as people lit candles to provide light to see by, numerous small fires were started, resulting in several deaths. Without traffic lights and street lights, there was an increase in traffic accidents. Pharmacies were forced to close, leaving people without access to prescription medication. Access to food and water was limited, putting people suffering from diabetes or other conditions affected by diet at risk. Medical conditions of all kinds were exacerbated by stress, heat, and exertion. It is estimated that, in total, the blackout cost at least 100 people their lives. Recovery from the blackout varied from place to place. Some areas were without power for just a couple of hours, while others faced rolling blackouts for weeks. Still others had to spend many days decontaminating water supplies, clearing roads, and fixing other issues that had resulted from the blackout. The question of what had caused it was a significant one. In the days and weeks after the blackout, many theories were suggested. Public figures in the US blamed the blackout on facilities in Canada. Public figures in Canada blamed the blackout on facilities in the US. It was not until much later, after a significant investigation, that a definitive sequence of events was established. Power lines are used to direct electricity generated at power plants to the areas where it is needed. As the current carried by a particular line increases, the line itself may heat up as a result of electrical resistance. This heat can cause the line to expand, which in turn may cause the line to sag in between the towers which support it. If a given line should sag far enough, there is a chance that it could come into contact with something below the line, such as a building or a tree. Should a power line touch an object on the ground, a short circuit might occur, resulting in a massive increase in the current flowing through the line. Excessively high current can permanently damage power lines. To prevent damage, automated systems are in place to detect massive increases in current and redirect the flow of electricity through other nearby power lines whenever this occurs. This was what had happened on the 14th of August 2003. A power line near Cleveland in Ohio had sagged due to high current. This high current was caused both by high demand and by the temporary closure of a nearby power plant, resulting in more power being drawn through this line. As the line sagged, it came into contact with a tree on the ground below. This caused a short circuit and a surge in current, which was duly detected by the systems in place. The line was taken out of action and the current flowing through it redirected along other nearby lines. This redirection increased the load on those other lines, causing some of them to sag and come into contact with foliage in turn. This was the start of a cascading failure. As one power line after another went down, the problem began to spread and worsen out of control. This situation should have caused immediate alarm and corrective action by the company First Energy Corp, who were responsible for the affected part of the grid. However, First Energy's control room had itself suffered a software issue that effectively silenced the alarms that would normally alert operators to the problem. As such, operators at First Energy were not aware of the problem, and once made aware, were not able to adequately respond to it. One power line after another continued to fail. Within hours, significant parts of the overloaded system started to shut down, and the blackout which followed became unstoppable. First Energy was clearly to blame for the blackout. Not only had their systems failed, but they had also failed to put in place contingencies for such an event, and had also failed to monitor the growth of foliage under their power lines. However, the company faced no penalties, as US law at the time did not have any enforceable standards for such companies. In 2005, such standards were introduced as part of the Energy Policy Act, meaning that providers may face penalties for causing similar, widespread blackouts in the future. Since the 2003 blackout, there has not been another of a similar scale, and it remains the second most widespread blackout ever to have taken place. In total, it affected 55 million people, cost over 100 lives, and made 2 countries aware of just how fragile the grid on which they depend can be.
Damn. So basically, that shit was like being in a hurricane. Because when I was in a hurricane, shit, we had lost power for like a good 4-5 days, and that was out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker gotta buy ice. You gotta buy ice to keep food cold and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? Like you for surely need a generator, but if you ain't got a generator, you for surely using candles and all that other shit. That's gonna go out. It's like you gotta charge your phone. It's ugly. It's
It
ugly.
was It was ugly. It
It's
was.
ugly. Like
It was
that's all your food in the refrigerator spoiling.
Mm-hmm.
You need water to wash your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta see. Like, bro, what the fuck going on? Need hot water at that shit. Nigga gotta wash his ass with cold water.
Or go old school.
Oh nah, we ain't doing that, man. We just gonna go ahead and use that cold wawa.
You know what I mean by old school, don't you?
No,
Yeah.
actually, we turned the grill on and cooked, and then after we finished cooking, we put a pot of water on there and got it hot. Yeah, that's how we use it.
Yeah, you must get a grill. Cause that's how you gonna cook? That grill. I ain't barbecued so much a day in my life, god damn it.
Yeah, and then we put a pot of hot water on that grill and closed it up and let it get hot. We might have had some barbecue water, but it was warm water.
Exactly. On the real. You washed your ass with that motherfucking barbecue water.
Sure did.
That's out.
Yeah. I thought the world knew about that. Yeah.
Well, I heard about it, but I was younger.
Hell nah, man. I was born and raised in Oakland. I'm from West Oakland. I'm from the bottoms. I know it snowed in Oakland one time. I ain't never seen it snow in Oakland. God on God in heaven. I ain't never seen it snow in a town. On the real though. I know what they say, man. Hey, come on, man. What's going on with Kenneka? What's going on with Kenneka? we gonna get into it. They got a video out there that show like somebody yanking her into the ice box. You know what I'm saying? Like how she was walking. If you look at how she was walking, you damn near can see like somebody yanking her. Like you can see somebody yanking her. Somebody is pulling on her. So we about to get into it and watch this little footage right here. I want to show y'all this quick little footage and tell me if y'all see somebody pulling their arm into that ice box, because it was a lot of shit going on. Niggas saying, man, y'all don't see that nigga with the blue coat? Y'all don't see that nigga with the hell no, I don't see no nigga with no blue coat, nigga. What are you looking at? I'm like, man, I don't know, man. That ain't no motherfucking blue coat. But her friends was doing some weird ass shit. I'll say that much. Ain't no way y'all got y'all friend walking down there like that in that establishment. Ain't no way in hell. Like, come on, man. I don't know what's going on, but motherfuckers is not stupid. And the mother, she won some money just recently. She had won her little settlement. So yeah, man, y'all know what it is. Hit the like button. It's Gangland.
Jenkins. So I noticed a lot of people kind of not really into the case anymore. It seems like it's kind of fading out, but there's a lot of people that's still supporting and still on justice for Kenneka, just like her mom is. You know what I mean? But I stumbled upon this video that shows very clearly. It looks like somebody did grab her. Like you can see it. And I'm gonna play it back a few times and let y'all look at it. And I want to see what y'all think about it.
She stumbled. She stumbled. Somebody put their arm around her and you can't and they go off.
Talking about right here.
Holy shit. Oh, sorry.
Right there.
She stumbled. She stumbled. Somebody put their arm around her and you can't and they go off.
Let's see if I can stop it right there. Right there.
Right there.
Right there. Now it does look like now if you were able to blow it up like the way that I can, it's a little bit better, but it definitely looks like an arm. Because it's not like her body is transforming the way it is. Like look at her look how it looks. And just take a look at let's see if we can I wonder if I could do this in slow motion for you. Yeah, it won't. But one thing about it is on this video, you can slow it down in your settings and watch it real slow.
She stumbled and then she stumbled. Somebody put their arm around her and you can't and they go off. She stumbled and then she stumbled. Somebody put their arm around her and you can't and they go off.
Oh, you see that? It looked like somebody with a black shirt.
And then she stumbled. Somebody put their arm around her and you can't and they go off.
It looked like somebody with a black shirt. Right there.
She stumbled and then she stumbled. Somebody put their arm around her and you can't and they go off.
Oh, I wish I could. I'm gonna catch it.
I don't know if y'all seen that, but I kind of seen that shit. Like it looked like, but it was so much manipulation with the camera and shit. Like it was just so much manipulation. I'm like, what's really there and what's really not there when it comes to Kenneka Jinkens? What's there and what's really not there, because they manipulated the video.
Mm-hmm. But I'm sorry, you heard my reaction. I didn't mean to react like that. I was like, holy shit. Because I saw it. That's the clip. Wow. That's the clearest I've ever seen that. You know, I remember when people was trying to show us, but I didn't really see nothing, you know. But I saw it then. I think that's what deterred a lot of people is all the camera manipulation. You can't see what a lot of people was looking at.
Hell nah. Everybody's saying, man, I seen this, man. I'm looking at this, man. I seen this. And man, you gotta really look at the friends, you gotta look at everything of what happened to that girl, really though. Because that's what it boils down to, the friends. Motherfucker gotta watch the company they keep.
Mm-hmm. That to this day, at all times.
Yes, I'm at the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport, and I was calling because my daughter came to a party here last night, a gathering with her friends. Now her friends, they say that they left on the front of the hotel, and she's not able to be found now. She's 19 years old.
And you said that and you said the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport?
Yes, and they said that when her friends was asking earlier today, like about 4 o'clock in the morning, because they run the video cameras, they said that they didn't have no camera. Now I came and it was a lady. She said that she heard music, and she asked me that I want to go upstairs, and we went upstairs on the 11th floor, and it was someone came to the room, and she said that she did see my daughter there with a group of girls and a couple of guys, but that's all she just saw because she was busy trying to get reception on her phone.
Hey, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about the update in this Kenneka Jinkens story. Now, here we are 6 years later after I initially started covering this, and a lot of my highest viewed videos came from covering this case. I followed it tooth and nail, friend to funeral, to this, to that. And I shared all of those things on this channel. Now, another thing that I shared is the fact that the mother wanted to sue the hotel and get some type of compensation. And I mean, no amount of money could ever compensate her child's death, but she wanted to hold somebody responsible for the way in which her daughter was found in that freezer, and she felt like the hotel was to blame for it. Now, fast forward to 2023, we are here and they have finally reached a private settlement. Now, we won't know the details of how much, but we just know that a coin was shifted over to the mother. All right, so before I get into reading you guys the details of what everything is with this new settlement, I want to give you guys some flashbacks of my prior coverage, showing you guys some of the things that I covered before, and then we're going to get into details of this. So let's roll it.
You funny as fuck, Ruby. Slow your roll, shorty. Man, the phones ain't working. This is a weak ass connection.
All right, so this video right here is one of our first pieces of evidence that we as in social media, to go off of to try to solve what happened to Kenneka Jinkens. Now, this is a video of her and her friends in the hotel, and we were trying to go off anything. We were looking at the girl's glasses. We were trying to find any type of reflection. We were zooming in, trying to see if we make out anything, and we were listening very close to what was going on in the background.
Hello. Parking inside. It's the parking lot. It's a parking lot. Park at the parking lot.
When you're already a great nurse, but you're called to do more, you belong at Chamberlain University, where our community empowers you with the skills you need to become the nurse.
All right, so this girl right here, her name is Irene Roberts, and she was pretty much suspect number one in our online investigation. A lot of people, including myself, we wanted to know, who was she talking about? Who was she directing to the hotel room? And was this some type of setup? Now, there was other people who felt like while she was live, they felt like something was going on with Kenneka Jinkens in the bathroom. Now, on an old Instagram account that she had, you can see social media users basically slamming her, alleging that Kenneka was violated in the bathroom. Okay, so right here, right before she turns the music on, is where people saying that they heard her scream out, "Help me," and then the girl turns up the music. I'm going to replay that part again for you so that you can take a listen.
What the fuck?
Okay, so that is where the speculation came from that she was R-worded in the bathroom. Now, in my personal opinion, I never went with that theory. I don't think that she was R-worded in the bathroom because at the same time that people was alleging that that was happening to her in the bathroom, her friend Monifa, my bad, she was going in and out of the bathroom herself, and then she goes live and picks up the camera, and from her vantage point, she goes and shows you the bathroom herself going in and going out, and then we seen a video of her and Kenneka in the bathroom chilling.
Is that some money to check it out? Yes.
The girl who then grabs the phone, this is actually her live feed. This is her live feed that the other girl was going live from. So the girl now who has the black jacket and the ponytail, her name is Monifa Shelton. But as you can see, right as the so-called alleged R-word situation is happening, her friend picks up the phone, she walks into the bathroom, and she's going live from the bathroom. So that's why I don't think that that theory is correct. I mean, back when I did my coverage back in the day, I felt like that whole audio, I think that was a part of the record that she was playing, because when I played it back and she played the record and stopped and started again, that same sound happened again. And so I think that was a part of the record. That was my theory of it, but the internet has their own theories to things, and you can think, believe whatever you want. I just didn't believe that, because at the same time that this supposed situation was going on, her friend picks up the phone and walks into the bathroom, and you hear Kenneka say, "I'm not drunk, I am enjoying myself," and she was outside of the bathroom when she said that, and that was right after the alleged "help me" happened. All right, so when more people start showing up to this hotel party, we then got more video footage of Kenneka, the environment that was there, and how some of her friends and homies were kicking it for Irene's birthday. Now, as you can see, everybody's sitting around, they're turning up, they're drinking, and you can see Kenneka here and there with her friends having pretty much what you would think is a good time. And you can see them, having a good time in the bathroom. Now, the next video that I had caught my hands on was a live video from one of the males that was there at the party. Now, he was turning up and he went live from his page, and we got a further glimpse into the party as the party filled in a lot more, and we seen Kenneka. Now, when I first did my coverage on this, I was looking at the footage and I'm like, Kenneka not really that drunk. And I originally thought that she was fine, but 6 years later, I'm looking at it with a new pair of eyes. I'm a lot older, and I'm looking at her kind of swaying back and forth, trying to catch her balance, and she was definitely drunk at this point. And the party was partying around her.
All right, y'all, 63rd. I just want one cup. I just want one cup, folks.
2 cups.
That shit straight. What you want, folks?
Ain't no that. Now, after this party is when the surveillance footage enters the chat, and that is where we see her wandering through the halls. Now, I talk a little bit more about the surveillance footage later, but let's continue on to more of the 911 call.
Switch to Chrome to protect yourself from malware, so you can surf without getting phished. Fast, safe, yours. There's no place like Chrome.
911, where's the address of your emergency?
Yes, I'm at the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport, and I was calling because my daughter came to a party here last night, a gathering with her friends, and now her friends, they said that they left on the front of the hotel, and she's not able to be found now. She's 19 years old.
And you said that this, and you said the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport?
Yes, and they said that when her friends was asking earlier today, like about 4 o'clock in the morning, because they run the video cameras, they said that they didn't have no camera. But now I came and it was a lady. She said that she heard music, and she asked me that I want to go upstairs, and we went upstairs on the 11th floor, and it was someone came to the room, and she said that she did see my daughter there with a group of girls and a couple of guys, but that's all she just saw because she was busy trying to get reception on her phone.
All right, well then, you know what? Are you sure you don't mean the Crown Plaza in Rosemont?
Yes, the Crown. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, the Crown Plaza in Rosemont. That's exactly where it's at. I'm
Okay,
so sorry.
No, it's okay. And have you spoke? And you said you spoke with the
Front desk. I'm sitting outside, right in front of the hotel in their parking lot right now.
And they were saying that they haven't seen your daughter since she left, or?
No, this is a different set. This is a different new. I'm sorry, it's a new shift, and they said that they haven't seen it. Well, of course they wouldn't have seen it because this is like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I just seen it she was here because I just found the ticket where they entered this hotel. It was at 1:36 p.m. So hold on, this is not her ticket because this was on the 6th. My daughter wasn't here on the 6th.
Okay, and well, you know what, real quick, I'm just going to see if maybe I'm going to see if maybe she was here at all. What's your daughter's name?
Her name is Kenneka Jinkens.
All right, and could you spell her?
The room wasn't registering her name. She came. With some friends here.
No, yeah, I just want to verify. I'm about to say, I actually just came in myself. Probably been on shift for about 45 minutes, so I just want to make sure that, you know, maybe she didn't get arrested and sent on her. You know what I mean? I just want to double check everything. But
okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. But it doesn't look like we had any run-ins with her last night. At all. Do you think it's possible maybe she went to one of her friends' houses, or, you know, she's probably...
No, actually, because she had my car. She was driving my car. She know I don't like nobody to drive my car. Because my insurance will not pay for no one besides her. And her friends kept calling my phone. I told them to stay out here. They stayed out here they called me like about 3-something in the morning. I was laying in bed. I just had breast surgery. I fought deep breast cancer. So I'm, sedated off medication early, and they telling me she out here. So once I rejuvenated, to strengthen up myself enough to get up and drive out here to look for. Once they brought me my car, I came right out here, and I came to the hotel and I showed them a picture of her and I asked them if they see it, and it was a lady in the lobby, and she heard me asking at the front desk, and she said it was music. She did hear music. She called the one downstairs to report the room, and come to find out it was the people next door. And when we knocked on the door, that person said that she did see my daughter downstairs with, it was like 4 of them, and it was 4 of them. And she said my daughter, she was with 3 of her friends, but her 3 friends said, which then, these kids won't tell the truth. They said that they went upstairs to get her cell phone. And when they went to get her cell phone, she was standing in the lobby, in the front lobby. And then when they came back down, she wasn't there anymore.
No, I completely understand. The one issue we have, and it's not necessarily that it's an issue, but she is an adult. She is 19 years old, and I mean, as of right now,
she's 19 years old. That's my daughter. She's 19. Her name Kenneka Jinkens, Kenneka.
No, yes. No, I remember that. You told me that she was 19. But what I'm saying is that she, again, she's only been gone for a couple hours. She's, I don't know, maybe she's, she could be somewhere with one of her friends or something, because, I mean, it is only a couple hours since you hadn't seen her, correct? Or since her friend supposedly hadn't seen her?
Correct. Let's say about 3 to 4 hours now. They said. They told me. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning when they called me.
Yeah. Well, I guess the one, are you looking to file a missing persons report then, or are you just? Or would you? I'm sorry,
Is it
go on ahead.
possible that, I'm so sorry, Deborah. I just want to know, is it possible that maybe they can look at the cameras and see, it's because they send the police out here and ask them to look at the cameras and see if they seen her on their cameras around that time?
I was about to say, even if I did send an officer, it would take a little bit in order for us to get the camera footage and for us to pass it on to the detectives division.
Okay. Okay. So what would you suggest?
Well, again, the only thing I would suggest maybe just give her a couple hours. She could have went with one of her other friends. I mean, and who knows what her friends are saying is true. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's you could tell not to be saying. You could tell it don't sound right. I'm a parent. I've been young before, and it's not sounding right. It don't sound right. Period. That's why I came out here myself, because and then it sounded like they had been drinking. Honestly.
Yeah.
And I asked them, did she drink? And they said she had only one cup. But okay, my daughter ain't the type that normally, she can't even take liquor. Her liquor level is just like mine. We can't take liquor. We cannot take liquor. We take a sip of liquor, we drunk. Honestly.
No, I completely understand.
And I'm like, one cup is too much for her. And why? And I like I asked them, and then they end up with her cell phone. I pay her cell phone bill every month to make sure my daughter has a phone. How did she love her phone? I don't understand why would she leave her cell phone with you all and just go disappear? And she know I just had surgery. She know my predicament.
No, yeah. Well then, so that in that case, what I would recommend, just go home, relax a little bit, give it some time. Of all we know, she very well could still be in the room. She could just be passed out. Again, you know how it is. You drink in the night before, you get, you know what I mean, whatever else have you. So just give it a couple hours. Maybe see if she'll get a hold of you again. I mean, does she know your number?
Yeah, she know my number very well. She's very smart.
Okay, well then, like I said, just give her a couple hours. You know what I mean? Give her some time. Again, maybe she. Maybe she went to one of her other friends' places, or maybe she is still in the room. Just knocked out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
don't even know what happened, but Monica Garner, Miss Monica, pop back out. I don't know what happened. You had dropped down, but how do y'all feel about this call? Like, do it sound like the police trying to throw her off? Oh yeah, man, just go home, get some rest. You know how it is. She might pop up. She probably still in the room. No, she's not still in the room. She's still in this fucking hotel though.
Man,
In this hotel though. So why you say that? Because you knew she was still in that hotel?
here's what I caught also. He already knew who she was. You know what I'm saying? Did you catch that?
What did he say?
He said, like, she had said Kenneka Jinkens once. He goes, oh, yeah, uh-huh. Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Didn't the mother say something?
No, okay, when her mother had said, yes, my name is so-and-so, and my daughter's name is Kenneka Jinkens, he goes, yeah, uh-huh, oh, yeah, uh-huh. Like he knew he's heard her name already. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta double back and listen. I thought he had said that because
right when
she had already mentioned her name, and he was like, "I'm just agreeing," because his dumb ass forgot.
No, it's like he already heard her name. Maybe I'm bugging, but that's what it seemed like. You know, I used to be a dispatcher, not for police, but I mean, when someone says a name, he sounded like he heard her name already. The reason, I don't know, maybe I'm bugging out. You know, I'm feeding too much into it, but that's what it sounded like.
I thank you. Okay, and so how long does it take for me to file a missing person report?
Well, you can file it at any time. It just like I said, just give it a little bit of time. You know, if you hadn't heard from her by, I want to say about 10, 11 o'clock, then by all means, give us a call again. You can come to the station, and we can help you out from there.
Okay, I live in Chicago. Would it be better for me to come back to you all station, or should I go in Chicago and make out a missing report?
You know, I think you can try to file it out in Chicago. They may tell you to come here since it happened in our town, but I do know that since she lives with obviously she lives with you in the city, I think this might actually fall on them. Or at least they'll be able to take the report, and then they'll get in contact with us, and we'll be able to help them out with the investigation from there.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter whichever one. If I have to come back out here, I'll come back out here. But as long as if we be able to see, if I come, okay, I give it to tomorrow. It's 24 hours. After 24 hours, do you think they'll still be able to see the video camera of today, the surveillance camera for today?
Yes. We'd definitely be able to get the footage.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I'll do that. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Okay.
Oh, you're very welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Wait a minute. Real one. Everything 10-4?
Negative. I have that subject in the kitchen in a freezer she was frozen solid.
She in the freezer, frozen solid.
You know what, Mac? If they had came out the first night, they could have found her. I think they could have saved her. I do.
Frozen solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we found her frozen solid. Fuck you mean?
The freezer was turned on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the freezer was
10 for 600.
600 copies. Make notifications. Rosemont 601. You copy?
Okay, so as you see, that was a 911 call. Now, in addition to the family looking for Kenneka and everyone trying to figure out what's going on, people on social media started to point the finger at the friends. Now, her friend Irene tried to prove that she wasn't guilty and she didn't have any foul play by posting a video that showed her going to the police station, volunteering herself to give some sort of statement to try to let people know that she didn't have any guilty part in this situation.
I got the whole live with Shorty caught up in the police station. It's off the internet now, but shit, I'm gonna record it. It's taken off now, but I'm gonna record it before I click off and it's all gone. That's Shorty right there.
That's why they be talking. Because the mic is off, they go do something. Yeah, so somebody got to shut up. Sharon go like, don't say nothing.
You hear him telling somebody, they telling they saying people talking, so somebody got to shut up. In the Lord, Mama T in the Lord. So nobody got the video no more right now. I don't know if somebody else doing what I'm doing, but right now the video off the internet, so this the only authentic version. 19 minutes.
So you ain't did nothing wrong.
This the girl that was in the live video with the glasses on, Miss Irene Robertson.
Told me you were bored, having fun.
And I'm recording. She recorded it off the Android, so y'all really can't see it too good, so you're on live on the Android, but I'm recording through this iPhone.
You don't know? Yeah, that's the female. I'm gonna tell y'all how I know it is, because they ain't here talking about it. Hold on, let me flip this camera around real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all how I know it's this girl. It's because they in there talking about it. She in there talking about she ain't been on Facebook all day. She don't owe nobody an explanation, but the girl. I am at North Chicago Police Station right now, just so everybody can see. This is real. This is live. Yes, she really do live in North Chicago. I'm finna go back in, cuz I got y'all, cuz everybody wanna see this. Y'all got my life joking right now. Fine. Share this like this.
All right, so as you can see, she was in the police station basically trying to clear her name, and another individual caught it all on live. Now, after this, she then did an interview with a guy by the name of Zach TV, who is currently resting in peace. He passed away since trying to investigate this story and other stories in Chicago. Now, she sat down with him and she gave him her take on what was going on that night. Now, I'm not going to really play that because it's on the internet. You search it, you find it, whatever, whatever. Now, let's fast forward to the mom suing the hotel and how we're here now to this settlement. I talked about a lot of aspects around this case, and it looks like now her mother is suing the hotel for $50 million in negligence of her daughter's death. Okay, y'all see that clearly 6 years ago, this was my color and it's still my color now. Okay, but anyway, talks about a lot of aspects around this case, and it looks like now her mother is suing the hotel for $50 million in negligence of her daughter's death. So I'm going to go to the Chicago news report to give you guys the new up-to-date information. So it says pretty much, Kenneka Jinkens' mother sues Rosemont Hotel for $50 million. And then it says, the mother of a woman found dead in a hotel freezer in Rosemont has filed a lawsuit asking for $50 million in damages. Kenneka Jinkens disappeared in September 2017 while attending a party at the Crown Plaza Hotel. Surveillance video showed her wandering alone through a kitchen area and toward a freezer. Her body was found the next day. Relatives and friends questioned whether she was the victim of foul play, but police said her death from hypothermia was an accident. The lawsuit claims the defendants were negligent because they didn't secure the walk-in freezer or conduct a proper search when Jenkins went missing, and she ended up in a freezer. Well, her friends end up leaving her at this party, and they left her in her mother's car that they came in. They went to her mom's house to notify her mom basically that she was missing, that they couldn't find her. The mom came back to the hotel and she told the hotel to review the surveillance footage. And when her mom told the hotel to review the surveillance footage, clearly they did not review it. They didn't review it when she said they didn't conduct a proper investigation at that time, because if they would have clearly viewed the surveillance, they would have seen her wander into the area in which she died in the freezer. So her mother is suing the hotel for damages. For those of you who don't remember the case, I'm going to show you the moments that led up to her passing away. And then I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about the situation. It was a very sad situation that happened. And like I said, last year, I covered every single moment on this story because I was following it, because I was really trying to figure out like what happened to her. Did somebody do this to her? Was it just her wondering? There. Okay, so y'all get a glimpse of past me basically giving y'all the tea on the settlement and giving you guys a recap. Now, that was 1 year after her death when I did that video, but now we are 6 years post her death and her mom has finally reached this settlement. So I'm going to give you guys another quick flashback of the press conference that the mom did, just a little bit of the video, and then I'm going to read you guys what is happening now as they reach the settlement. So this next clip is another past clip, and then we're going to get to current day.
need to know and find out what happened to Jenkins. Your Teresa Martin, who on August 16th underwent a double mastectomy. And a couple of weeks later, she traveled to the Crown Plaza Hotel in search of her daughter, explicitly telling them and asking them to help her find her daughter, asking them to show the videotapes because she knew her daughter was on the premises. Up to today's date, we still have not received the entirety of the video showing what happened to Kenneka Jinkens. We've asked you to come here today because there have been a lot of things said out there in the media about what happened, including that there is some videotape showing and displaying her walk into a freezer. We've been given some snippets of video, I'd say less than 30 to 40 minutes of video out of 36 hours, and none of that video shows Kenneka Jinkens walking into a freezer. So still today, we have the question, and we're committed to finding out what happened to Kenneka Jinkens on the evening on September 10th of 2017. There have been questions about what did we receive. We've asked for all investigative reports, all statements, all videos from the premises, videos from the hallways, videos from the kitchen to find out what is shown on the videos. We know she was there. And again, to today's date, we haven't received it. The snippets show a young lady who's disoriented, a young lady who clearly is in need of some attention. She's trying to find her way. And no one from Crown Plaza Hotel responds to her. No one from Crown Plaza Hotel is seeking to provide assistance to her. And for over a day, approximately a day and a half, apparently she was somehow down in this freezer, and they have no way of explaining, or they haven't to this date at least explained how someone got into an area that clearly or apparently was not being utilized, and a freezer that apparently was on and not being used and functioning.
Let's get into it. So let me read y'all this article and let you guys know what is being said. So 6 years after the tragic death of Kenneka Jinkens inside a walk-in freezer at Rosemont Hotel, a settlement has been reached in the wrongful death lawsuit filed by the 19-year-old's mother. As first reported by Chicago Tribune, the settlement was reached in August on behalf of Teresa Martin, who has requested terms of the agreement to be sealed from the public. A trial has been set to begin on October 16th, according to the clerk of Circuit Court of Cook County case docket. The body of Jenkins, who died of hypothermia, was found inside a freezer at the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel in September 2017. In December of 2018, her mom filed a lawsuit seeking $50 million against the hotel. It says the Caddyshack restaurant and Rosemont security contractor, Capital Security and Investigations. The death was ruled accidental by the Cook County's medical examiner's office. Among the claims in the lawsuit was that Capitol Security and investigations failed to put an end on the September 8th, 2017 party Jenkins attended, did not quickly review security camera footage, and did not properly search for her when she went missing, despite claims Jenkins passed hotel employees while wandering hotel hallways. Okay, so basically, while she was missing and the family was looking for her, and there was reports that she was wandering around, they did not get immediate help from the hotel, which they could have quickly got to her a lot sooner. Going on to read a little bit more, it says the lawsuit also states that the walk-in freezer in which Jenkins' body was found on September 10th, 2017 had a sticker affixed that was completely faded and failed to instruct how to release the lock system of the door. So, according to the CCMEO, the alcohol and the anti-epilepsy medication Topiramate also played a significant factor in Jenkins' death. As reported by Patch in 2017, here is a timeline of events provided by the police. So, at 11:30 p.m., Jenkins leaves her home and she goes to attend this party at the hotel. At 1:13 a.m. on September 9th, she arrives at the hotel for the party, which includes some of her friends and relatives. By 3:25 a.m., hotel security camera footage shows her exiting a lower level elevator as she is last seen on hotel video at 3:32 a.m. walking through a first floor kitchen. At 7:14 a.m., her mother called the police department saying she can't find Jenkins. And at 12:46 p.m., her sister filed a missing persons report at the police station. At 8:29, it says that police returned to the hotel to continue searching for her. And at that time, at 8:29, is when they decided to then view the security cameras. Okay, so they continued searching throughout the night, and then it was 12:25 a.m. on September 10th that her body was finally found by an employee, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. So it says by 3:08 a.m., an investigator from the Cook County's medical examiner office arrived on the scene, and by 5:10 a.m., her mother and her sister were allowed to see the body before they took it away from the hotel. So that is pretty much the timeline of events on how it happened. And if there is reports that she was missing, people knew that there was this party going on and everything like that. The first thing that they should have done immediately was review the cameras. I'm not sure why it took a whole day to go by before they finally says, okay, well, now let's look at the cameras. Like, y'all should have been did that. Should have been looked at them. Okay. So, in addition, it says our detectives reported no signs of foul play throughout the whole investigation. It says that there is no evidence that Ms. Jenkins was forced to drink alcohol or consume any narcotics while at the hotel. So, all in all, this is one of those stories where it is similar to Shanquilla, similar to all of the other stories where something bad happens in the company of people that are allegedly your friends. Now, it appears that these people wasn't really her friends because she's just wandering willy-nilly and they turning up and can't find her and don't know where she is, returning to her mama house later saying that she gone, and it was all kind of conspiracies that birthed from this. So many people said, well, it was get back for this, and this person did that, and da 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 da. It was so much stuff happening. I always thought, in my opinion, I thought she got drunk and she wandered about. But other people felt like somebody put her there. There was people who reviewed the footage and they're like, look, there was a shadow right here and this, that. I didn't really never get that deep into it. I always thought that she was highly intoxicated. She was drunk, stumbling around, and I think she pulling on doors and just drunk going about, ended up in there and was too drunk to be able to get out of it. That's just what I think. But a lot of people thought differently. A lot of people thought that, like I said, that there was some shadows and somebody set her up and somebody lured her off the elevator and somebody took her down there and it was one of the hotel staff who probably did it. And there was so many conspiracies that came about. What was your theory on what happened? Now, a lot of you guys may not agree with my theory, so tell me your theory down below on what you think happened, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Yeah.
Damn, Gangland, my service ain't never been this nervous. Fuck. I'm like, damn, I can't play the whole video. Shit. But y'all tap in, man. We about to head to the clubhouse. I'm about to carve this pumpkin with these little kids. You know what I'm saying?
Aww.
We got to carve this goddamn pumpkin. You know, I need to go get a candle for it. But yeah, man, y'all tap in. We about to be in the clubhouse. I'm gonna tap back in later on for Gangland After Dark. So you know, y'all know how we get. Yeah, man. So yeah, y'all tap in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, slap that notification bell. I'll see y'all in that clubhouse, man. Y'all tap in. We gonna be on later on for Gangland After Dark. Y'all know what it is. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Tamper with me. It's Gangland.
Gang. It ain't the cops or the labels, the haters speaking on me. Glizzy singing pressure, rebuking the demons breathing on me. I'm chasing meals, 1 foot in the field, I'm trying to snatch it out. But since it's something leaving stuck, ain't shit to talk about. Confidential when we speak of business, cause these niggas iffy. Envy from the closest, won't be surprised if the homies shit me. The opposition think they want above, cause niggas straight offense. Keep my name in that dinner when dick right, I'm like these groupie bitches. If he ain't prone to go for soda, then I ain't fucking with him. Respected and connected with the street shit, I'm a made nigga. My toss, severe sucker size of trying to blow him down. He crossing for a bitch, just imagine them people come around. Prostitution, I check the traffic, keep macking. They verified, I can't snap them. I know the niggas is whacking shit. Niggas caught up on rapping, I leveled up from the averages. Money, sex, and murder got peppered up from the savages. I play these niggas close with a long spoon and feed them dishes. Seen killers turn to rats when the realest niggas start snitching. Tough niggas turn to bitches when they facing time in prison. Niggas recount they statement and gain leverage at they sentence. And they slipping, I bet it's on me, ain't off me, I bet it's with me. Validate no other nigga gangster cause it's tricky. Swap the stick for a 50 and slap the switch on the glizzy.
Y'all dope, you write this? I'm a murder gang P, baby, L gang nigga. You ain't never ever slid unless the shells rain, nigga. Yeah, we the niggas, yeah, that's a known fact. Sticking on my name, now your family posting throwbacks, nigga. Turn around some teddy bears at your doormat, nigga. We the niggas, they be dodging and they know that, nigga. Fuck that boy box blood, they ain't wanna see him. And more charge than fettuccine to fix that boy Benny. Got your members posting pics with a sad caption. You was in the sucker side, blood shit happens. Don't be lacking cause my young bulls is really active. Trigger finger hella happy, yeah, get to blapping. You was never in the field, nigga, not at all. When we was knocking off, you was not involved. I'm a top shot and you not at all. This hell gang or nothing, you better knock it off. In the South Sack pussy niggas cotton soft. If I catch him in the mall, I'm finna pop it off. I'm the nigga they don't wanna bump it too. We ain't driving by shit, you know we gon' put it through. I'm a murder gang P, baby hell gang nigga. You ain't never ever slid unless the shells rain, nigga. Yeah, we the niggas, yeah, that's a known fact. Sticking on my name, now your family posting throwbacks, nigga. Candlelights and teddy bears at your doormat, nigga. We the niggas, they be dodging and they know that, nigga. Fuck that boy box blood, they ain't wanna see him. And more charge than fettuccine to fix that boy Benny.
Up gang, nigga, fuck that. I still got it, we throwing bodies, blood, I up that. Hammer time, nigga, and you can't touch that. It's a pick six, district 6, that's a touchdown. Every motherfucker round, I'm gon' up the score. And I'm from 4th year 4, that's what the fuck it's for. I came up poorer than you did, fuck you think you is. And I get sick with every bid on my dead kid, on my dead kin. I'm a red skin, you probably bleed now, just like you bled then. Move a little imposter and let red in. Okay, I got the message, that's your head then.
I'm a murder gang P, baby L gang nigga. You ain't never ever slid unless the shells rain, nigga. Yeah, we the niggas, yeah, that's a known fact. Speaking on my name, now your family posting throwbacks, nigga. Candlelights and teddy bears at your doormat, nigga. We the niggas, they be dodging and they know that, nigga. Fuck that boy box blood, they ain't wanna see him. And more charge than fettuccine to fix that boy Benny.
Niggas know me, been off the points is like back when. Gang in the field, bitch, we be something like the Pac-10.
Gangland, we around this motherfucker, back.
Oh, man, bitch, stand on that. To the head, I'll show a nigga's feelings. My 9th and Wood nigga, up the street from the village.
We ain't in it, you niggas don't throw no blocks, we ain't in it.
Make sure you put him down, never leave a witness. No love for the suckers, never on forgiveness. Stomp down on these niggas, cause niggas is big. Ooh, about to blow something. Man got the stick, about to hold something. Ooh.
Y'all know what it is. It's Gangland TV to SitDown Live. Hit the like button. Don't be boosty. And subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification bell, man. That shit easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Subscribing. That's free as fuck. Hit the notification bell. That's free as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That shit's free.
Gang in the field, bitch, we be something like the Pac-10.